In a land where the sun paints the sky with fire and stories are whispered on the wind, nestled beside a winding river, lay the village of Oroba. Here, life moved to the rhythm of ancient drums, and every soul was bound to the earth and to each other. Our story begins with Aisha, a young woman whose spirit is as bright as the morning sun, and whose heart beat in harmony with the traditions of her ancestors. But change, like the river's current, always finds its way. From the bustling city, a sleek metal beast arrived, carrying a man whose world was built on blueprints and progress, Kwame. An engineer with a vision, he came to Oroba with plans for a new well, a promise of a better tomorrow, but perhaps unaware of the deep roots he was about to disturb. Kwame and Aisha's worlds collided not in the village square, but under the sprawling branches of the Baobab, the sacred tree where ancient spirits rested and new beginnings often bloomed. Aisha, observing Kwame's initial struggles, offered a quiet wisdom that surprised him. That day, the engineer from the city began to understand that progress wasn't just about steel and figures. It was also about respecting the profound knowledge held in the heart of the land. Kwame learned the rhythm of Oroba, guided by Aisha's patient hand. He saw the beauty in her traditions, and she, in turn, found a captivating drive in his modern ideas. A spark ignited, not of obligation, but of genuine connection. They shared laughter over village tales under the starry African sky, always drawn back to the silent sentinel, the Baobab. As the well project progressed, so did their connection. Beneath the rustling leaves of the Baobab, their private sanctuary, they exchanged dreams. Kwame's of building a better future for Africa, Aisha's of protecting the soul of her past. They shared the sweet, tangy fruit of the Baobab and the unspoken realization that their destinies were entwined. But love in Oroba is rarely simple. The elders watched, their eyes heavy with the weight of customs, and Kwame's city ways became a source of growing tension. A low, persistent whisper began to circulate, a forgotten tale of defiance and a hidden tragedy that centered around this very tree. The tension snapped when Kwame successfully drilled the well, but his intended site clashed with an ancient ceremonial ground, igniting a furious argument in the village council. Aisha's grandmother, the elder, intervened, her voice trembling not just with authority, but with deep-seated pain. She revealed the truth. Decades ago, she, too, had loved a man from the outside, Kwame's grandfather, a man of a rival clan. Their love was fierce but forbidden, and they met secretly under the Baobab. When discovered, the shame and the clan divide forced his grandfather to leave Oroba forever. The well site, she tearfully revealed, was exactly where she and his grandfather had buried a token of their broken promise, a painful secret connecting Aisha and Kwame by blood and tragedy. The revelation shattered the present conflict, transforming it into a moment of collective grief and understanding. Aisha and Kwame, descendants of a broken love, now stood united. They realized their challenge was not just for themselves, but to redeem the past. Kwame, using his engineering skills, respectfully adjusted the well's placement, honoring the ancestors' sacred ground while still bringing the vital resource to Oroba. Aisha, using her voice and her understanding of tradition, spoke to the council, arguing that true wisdom lay not in repeating the mistakes of division, but in embracing the power of unity and progress. And so, under the watchful, loving gaze of the Baobab tree, the seeds of an ancient, forbidden love finally bore fruit. Aisha and Kwame did not just build a well. They built a bridge between the village and the city, between tradition and progress, and between generations haunted by a silent sorrow. Their story became Oroba's new song, a testament that while the past shapes us, the future is always ours to weave, stitch by courageous stitch, beneath the endless Africa sky.